What's happening, folks? Back with another Aha reaction, back with another tune from their sophomore album, Scoundrel Days, 1986, and we're up to a tune called I've Been Losing You. I'm fascinated by the title for a couple reasons. I mentioned it before, like single word titles, even if it's a word with a lot going on, a lot of connotations, as well as, like a very specific denotation, phrases tend to give you more to work with, and this is a clear example. I've been losing you. It relates clearly to a connection between a person and something else. Now, I suppose you could be used for a collective group of people or for maybe for society. It could be used in more abstract ways, but fundamentally, you would expect it to relate to a connection with another person that has begun to be severed, weakened, stretched, or otherwise eroded. And ultimately, it's funny because the phrasing of "I've been losing you" almost seems to place responsibility or blame on the narrator, on the person speaking, because it's not you've been pulling away, like you've been cold, you've been distant, I haven't seen you. You could phrase it any number of ways, which would either leave it more neutral or ambiguous, or potentially imply blame on the other person, or at least cast responsibility toward the other person's direction. But I've been losing you. It does implicitly, not explicitly, not out on the surface, but it seems to suggest that through actions or inaction, negligence, or some loss of the connection, the narrator has begun to do things that have led to, again, a weakening of this relationship with another person. So, again, it could manifest more abstractly, more figuratively. But yeah, given that a lot of songs, even if they are in some ways metaphorical and sort of abstract, they do fundamentally relate to relations between individual people. So that would be my expectation, but we'll have to see. So let's get it. This is Aha, I've Been Losing You, from their 1986 album Scoundrel Days. last little vocalization he had there was like, I don't know, it was like blues style or something. It was very like kind of raw and aggressive, which again, the range of the singing in their songs is unbelievable. So yeah, lyrically, I got to catch up on some of the lines, but I do feel like the general sentiment seemed to be, I've been losing you, but tell me what I need to do. Like, talk to me, give me an indication of how I can repair this, how I can reconnect us. So yeah, it felt like a genuine sort of emotional appeal to find the better times, the better place they were at before. So yeah, like I said, gotta listen to it some more. But sonically, it's just unbelievable. Again, there was not only some cool synth layers and like keyboard layers, but the drums were powerful. There was that sort of like rhythmic, like bass, sort of like tiny element. But I mention it, when I react to techno a lot, like little elements that sonically are only a very small part of what you're hearing can actually carry a lot of weight and make a lot of difference in the track. And that felt like an example of that. So, again, big ups to Aha. Shout out to all of you. I really appreciate all the interest and the comments and the sort of, celebration of their music. And I didn't even realize when I started reacting to their music, but it is sort of a perfect time. They just came out with a new album. So, bottom line, shout out to all the Aha people out there. Lots more reactions coming. Do let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.